They say that the human race is doomed, that we have lost touch with our true nature, that the media has corrupted us, and that the planet has no future. I disagree. I believe that humanity is full of hope, and that our salvation lies within each one of us. My name is Brian Rose, and my job is to listen, the oldest method of learning known to man. Each week I seek out individuals that are changing the world, people who are living and thinking in a different way. Their stories will challenge your beliefs, make you question your choices, and perhaps inspire you to change. I never planned on doing any of this, but now I can't stop. Join me on this mission and make humanity something we can all be proud of. This is London Real. I am Brian Rose. My guest today is Annett Heinzel, recent graduate of our Business Accelerator. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Annett, tell us about you. Where are you from? What do you do?
I live in Germany, near Frankfurt, in the nature. And I love it to go out into nature. I love it to go out and to get back to what is the real Annett. I mean, not the Annett that is walking in the city and working and doing her things. I mean, what is all in my life? And when I walk out into nature, I get connected with nature, and also I get back to myself, to my whole being. And then I come filled out of nature. And this is what I call the real life. When you go out and you really are inspired.
Yeah.
This is what I love.
I can tell, that's a big smile there. And what was going on in your life that made you think, okay, I need to do something with this passion. Now I need to try to, see if it can be a business. What was going on behind the scenes with you?
Okay, for me, the really early beginnings were that I accidentally fall into moments like this. And so I was wondering, this was great, what was happening here? And here and there, I accidentally got into this moment and I wanted to catch it. I wanted to get it back, but I did not know what to do, and I waited. And so by the time I did not want to wait any longer, and I went on searching. And I attended programs and seminars, I read books, and most important, I myself went out into nature, as there it happens most often. And so I went there, and for many years I was there in nature just exploring. Then later I also started writing everything down, what came to my mind, what happens here and there, what change can I do by this kind of perception, or when doing this. And so I was exploring for maybe 10 years. I was writing down, and so I had a huge collection, and I did not know, what can I do? I have so much. I could write 10 books or something, but there was maybe some courage missing or something like this. And this was the moment when I started the Business Accelerator program. And there I had no choice. I committed to do what has to be done, but to be sure, I was not really sure what it all was. I just committed. I said, I trust Brian. And I really got it there. I was able to compromise. What have I collected all my life out there? What can I push in an easy handle form, so that people can use it in an easy way, and they do not have to go the long way, the short way. How can people use this?
So you had all this knowledge that you've been collecting for 10 years, and you were thinking about, how can I turn this into a product or a book or a course, but you just didn't know how to get started.
Exactly.
And so you felt probably frustrated, right?
Yes. But I was a bit hiding in collecting even further. I was just collecting, I was continuing collecting, and I was thinking sometime I will have published a book and a program. But when I looked back, there was no book or program.
So there was fear, probably,
Yes.
of what people would say or a failure. What was keeping you from doing it?
It was, of course, fear of talking about my interests of higher consciousness, of achieving oneness and all those stuff. And it was also that I thought I could even collect any further. So I just have to add one more thing. But in the end, it was just fear that held me back.
Yeah, like everybody else, that's for sure. And tell me, why London Real?
I knew I needed something that assists me in get a product formed, a business formed. But it was not only, especially in my part, it is not only a business, a sales, it is also the personal part that is really important to me. And for example, when I watched your TED Talk, you were talking about your own fears, and this made me so, Brian had also fears and is talking about it. And this was the puzzle where I thought also, when I do this, it is not only a business development, it is at the same time a personal development. And when I went through all this course, it really was this kind. When I did one step further in the business, I also did at least one step further in my personal development. And when these two merge so together, it is really an amazing journey.
Okay. And so you decide to join us and you pull the trigger, as we say. What was that first week like? Well, we do the first module, the first live call, you meet 150 people from around the world. A lot of them you're going to see today at graduation here in London. I'm asking you to do all these crazy things, 10 vlogs in 10 days. How did you respond?
The first time it was very overwhelming for me because there were so many mails and messages coming in. I thought, so a lot of mass, I can't handle this. But 2 days later, it was the normal life. And I also started with the program, and I thought everything is okay, but there was not every task fulfilled until the end of the week. And I thought everything is fine, but then you said to me, do this task, the one I did not want it. And I wanted to explain to you why this task is so difficult for me, but you just wanted me to do this task in a very friendly but pushy way. And I did this task, and this was the first time where I realized one step in business is one step in personal development.
What was the task?
It was the 10 vlogs in the Facebook group, published in the public Facebook group. And I thought, there are a lot of friends of mine. They're wondering, what is she doing? And in a way, how she's doing it, because I really had not so much experience. I had non-experience of vlogs. And so it was really a jump into the cold water for me.
Okay. And what was the response when your friends saw you on video?
It was totally different. They were asking me since what time I have my own business.
Okay. So business growth and personal growth.
Yes.
Okay. What did you enjoy most on the course in the first few weeks? What was the thing that you really liked doing?
What I liked most is in actual fact the pushing through. When there is some resistance because maybe I'm not feeling so well, but I have to give a webinar, or I'm not so clear in my mind, but I have to write now this and that, and I just do it, unimportant of how I feel or the excuses I could tell myself. I just do it. And I just push through, and just after pushing through, then I say, I'm alive, and I've done it, and this is really great.
Nice. What's the community like? I mean, you've got all these people from around the world, different countries. I think we have 14 or 15 different time zones. What's it like being introduced to these strangers and then you become close to them?
As each of our team had to go through the spheres for himself, and one realizes in the team when one member is struggling at the moment, as everyone had to push through the fears, we bonded together in a very short time, and it felt like like a family. We were laughing so much, we were making funs, and we motivated each other, we supported each other, and we just talked with each other, and it is really amazing how fast we grew together and moved forward together. Before it was my goal, and then it was our goal, because we together wanted to reach something. We wanted to move something.
What did you struggle with? What was hard?
What was hard? It was really hard for me to get the product, to start the product, because I was writing for 10 years and exploring much longer time, and now I should do a product in a short period of time. And I thought, I had a lot of thoughts. And when I put away all these thoughts and I just do it, it is so amazing, and it is also so easy. There's so much in, and I also now know there can be so much more I can put out. I just have to allow it to myself. But the starting, I need this product too. This was the strongest way to push through.
Okay. And what was it like actually selling your products live on webinars? What was that experience like?
It was really amazing, because it was also the first time I showed people what I have explored. And in the webinar, I introduced them to a little exercise to experience on themselves what is she talking about. But it is oneness and connecting with nature, expanding consciousness. These are all terms, but can be understood in a different way. So I started with a little exercise, and I asked them, how was it for you? And I was very afraid, because it was the first time. But I got so amazing answers. And so I said, boo, let's continue, it's great.
What's the future for your business? What are you going to do in the next 12 months? What are the plans? Because you're now going to be with your group for the next 12 months on monthly calls, maybe even weekly calls. What do you want to do with this business?
It is my business, and it is also my mission. And for me, it is really very important that people experience what I am talking about. It is so amazing to experience what is it to live out from a state of oneness. What does it mean to expand consciousness? What does it mean to connect with nature? And it's not only me, it is me and nature all together. And I want really to spread this out into the world. And in 1 year, I really would like that people know what does it mean, oneness in nature. What is the program? What does all in you mean? I want also people that are stressed because they have struggling in their job. They have a lot of tasks to do, or people maybe they are depressed. People that love to be in nature, or people that just want to experience some deeper sense from life. I want them to know that they should come to oneness in nature, and they can get the program and start their traveling, their journey there. This is my goal for the world.
It sounds like you're on a mission. Tell me about you, Annett. Like, how has she changed? If we went out and walked around in London right now, and we bumped into the Annett, who didn't pull the trigger, who kept writing more ideas, more ideas. How is she different than you?
The Annett who is writing only, she dreams her life. And the Annett who did the business accelerator, she lives her life. This is Annett who is writing the book, holds a card in the hand, and there is the world map on this card. And the Annett who joins the business accelerator walks in London and feels she's on planet Earth and feels she's alive, and that she can do things, she can manage things, and she can start. She does not need to hide anymore.
Annett, it was always great to see you on those calls because you have this huge big smile. You have tons of amazing energy, and so I just knew if you could get out there and get those vlogs out there and show people how passionate you are, that you're going to have people that follow you and people that want to learn from you. It's just obvious to me. So I really applaud you for going in so hard and getting through the resistance, because it's hard to put yourself on video to do live webinars. But, you sold products, you've got a class that's already started, and, the future is yours, and you can go wherever you want with it. So congratulations for that.
So amazing. Thank you.
Last question to anybody who's thinking about doing this accelerator, maybe you 2 or 3 months ago, who's just not sure, because you might have not done this course. What would you tell them?
The moment you start thinking about should I do or shouldn't do is already wasted time. When I look back, 10 years writing, it would be easy for me to add another 10 years writing. And so I need a new room in my house where I can put all those books, but nobody will see it. What is 8 weeks compared to how far do you look back, and how often have you already thought, maybe I could sometime start? 8 weeks is really not a long period of time, but it is a time that brings your business further and also yourself, and these two always belong together. And this is in the Business Accelerator the case.
Sounds like you were paying attention. Annett, I'm super excited to see where you take this business, so keep going forward. Don't stop. We'll be teaching lots of things tonight on the bonus masterclass. Stay in touch with those students, and yeah, just keep moving forward. I'm so excited to have you as part of the family now, and in the alumni. As we say on London Real, it's about the journey, and I wish you well on yours. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. London Real doesn't stop when the conversation ends. You see, that's when we get started. Because everything begins with a thought, and then comes the action. The London Real Academy is our global transformation platform. Here we bring together thousands of students from over 75 countries. Whether you want to build a profitable business from your passion, or learn to speak to inspire, or broadcast yourself with your very own podcast, or accelerate your life to become a high-performance person, we have the online accountability course and personal mentoring program that will make your dream a reality. Join us, and we'll take your life to the next level, together. Our next Accelerator course is starting soon. They say that the human race is doomed, that we have lost touch with our true nature, that the media has corrupted us, and that the planet has no future. I disagree. I believe that humanity is full of hope, and that our salvation lies within each one of us. My name is Brian Rose, and my job is to listen, the oldest method of learning known to man. Each week I seek out individuals that are changing the world, people who are living and thinking in a different way. Their stories will